Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Brothers and sisters, this program is about to start. Before we begin, a gentle reminder to keep your microphones mute and use the chat feature for any further questions. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Praise be to Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have been graced by this opportunity together in this program. My name is Fatina Badisha bint Amas Nuddin and it is an honor to be your MC this evening. On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Let us begin our program with Ummul Furqan Al-Fatiha. Bismillah. Our Honorable Dr. Assistant Professor Dr. Zunaidah binti Muhammad Marzuki, RKQS Final Year Project Coordinator, Fellow Secretariat of Quran and Sunnah Studies Student Association, KUSA Committee, and all students of Quran and Sunnah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to all of you. In order to gain barakah, I would like to invite Brother Ahmad Syamul bin Jalal to lead the recitation of dua. Please welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا يوافي لما هو يكافئ مزيدا يا رب لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد صلاة تنجينا بها من جميع الأهوال والآفات وتقضي لنا بها جميع الحاجات وتطهرنا بها من جميع السيئات وترفعنا بها عندك أعلى الدرجات وتبلغنا بها أقصى الغايات من جميع الخيرات من في الحياة وعلى الممات وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Ya Allah, we want to express our gratitude to you for our meeting today. Make us a servant to always be grateful for His goodness and blessing. Innaka antal wahhab razak. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. We are gathering today in FYP briefing program. So please make this program smoothly, Ya Allah. We want to gain as much knowledge as possible so we can develop our potential until become a servant that you approve. Grant us knowledge, illuminate our heart with your guidance. Innaka antas sami'ul alim. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Alright, Jazakallahu khairal jazak Brother Ahmad Syamul for the beautiful recitation. Alright, brother and sister, Alhamdulillah, without further ado, we invite Dr. Zunaidah as our speaker today to share some information regarding FYP. Fatafadali, mashkurah, Dr.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to share the screen, I mean the slide. But where is the, well, there is no, here. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا من خزائن رحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Okay, so you can see the slide, right?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, first of all, كيف حالكم جميعا؟ Alhamdulillah, khair. Okay, so all of you are at your home, right? Not in Mahalla, am I right?
Yes, Doctor.
So the participants here around 25, but the data that Samuel shared with me, who wants to who want this session before starting the semester. I remember around 35, but now we have less than 30. And I can see here the majority of the name here. I can see I do not know majority or almost, but many of you are in FYP too. But basically, this session we would like to see more FYP 1, because for FYP 2 students, I believe majority of you have been listening to my briefing last semester. Am I right? But there are just few points for FYP 2, and there are many more points for FYP 1, because next semester FYP 1 will be for the first time of you to to do FYP or research project. But for FYP 2 you already did the FYP 1, your proposal, so you have to proceed with your full content for FYP 2 next semester. Okay, may I see your hand? How many of you are FYP 2? The rest are FYP 1. I can see your hand here. Nurul Fakira, Hanani, Wan Halim, Kamalina, Sulaiman, and Muhammad Afiq. Okay, the rest FYP 1, yeah. So basically, I believe for FYP 2 student, you have already submitted your FYP 1, right? How many of you still did not submit, yet to submit FYP 1? Okay, basically it's up to between you and your supervisor for submission FYP 2, FYP 1, because basically you have to submit within week 14, but it's up to flexibility of your supervisor as well, as long as before submission of marks. Okay, now we will start with FYP briefing. As you know, basically FYP final year project is basically the project which need you to read more, to read a lot, and to do. Okay, there are many skills in research project. The most important skill is writing skill. Yes, of course, because you have to write. And then doing research final year project, you have to read a lot to put the research into writing, and the writing is an academic writing. It's not similar to commercial writing like anecdote or novel or tazkirah or khutbah. Okay, so I believe all of you have learned academic writing, Arabic for academic purpose, English for academic purpose. So you have to follow that, what you learn in other courses related to academic writing. Okay, can I see how many of you are writing in or will be writing in Arabic? May I see your hand in Arabic? No one? All of you are doing in English? No one are writing in Arabic or will be writing in Arabic? MashaAllah, all of you are up for English. Okay, so basically, remember that the responsibility that assigned to you for doing research is that you have to remember yourself that you have to do research, and it is in the spirit of this Surah Al-Alaq, the very first revelation. So maybe you will feel somehow up and down in doing your research, but please remember the first revelation when you feel like you are demotivated, feeling demotivated, or lack of compassion to reading, to do your research that need a lot of reading. So just remember the revelation, especially this very first revelation. اقرأ أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. And in Surah Ar-Rahman also علم القرآن. Okay. And in Surah Ar-Rahman Allah mentioned about ilm and qalam, right? So basically try to motivate yourself why we have to do this research. It's somehow that this is the spirit that we need to learn from revelation from the Quran. Okay, in many surah, and importantly in the very first revelation and in Surah Ar-Rahman. Okay, so basically I believe majority of you already know that for your batch you are compulsory to take both FYP1 for a research proposal and FYP2 for your full research. Okay, so basically for FYP2, once next semester you no need to register yourself. There is no open section because the department will register for you if you success or if you do not fail. Your result is success, do not fail in FYP1 of this semester. So the department will select all the successful one and then deselect FYP1 or fail FYP1 this semester. So those who fail FYP1 of this semester have to retake FYP1 next semester, and you can choose any supervisor, not necessarily the same supervisor of this semester. Basically, for registration process for FYP1 and FYP2 under my coordinatorship is that I give student flexibility to choose your own supervisor for FYP1, that is open section, self-registration, but we have to limit the section to each section 3 students only. This is to maintain fair and the quality of supervision as well, and fair distribution. It is the same case of internship. Internship, we have how many lecturers, so the coordinator, Dr. Safia, will select students accordingly. Each section will have fair number of supervision. Okay, so that is why, but somehow for internship, Dr. Safia will arrange, and you do not have to have self-registration, right? The department will register for you, but for FYP1, you know that you may have self-registration, that you have flexibility to choose your own supervisor that you familiar with, that you feel comfortable with. Okay, I know that some of you, even though the section already full or already closed with a maximum number of students, but some of you requested from me to be under that supervisor. So my answer always will be always same, that you cannot register under the section that already closed, already full of students. You have to choose other section that without students or with less number of students. Okay, may I say how many of you still do not register your FYP1? All of you have registered FYP1? Okay. Alhamdulillah, if all of you have registered for FYP1. Okay, so basically, when you do FYP1 and you success, the department will register for you under the same supervisor. Okay, under the same supervisor. But there are very rare cases. Yeah, there are few cases actually, and the cases are very rare, whereby the students, for example, the students how to say for example, there was few students who took FYP1 with a certain lecturer, and then for FYP2 basically you have to, the department will register for you immediately the following semester. For example, your FYP1 this semester, and the next semester will be of your FYP2. But some students do not proceed immediately or uh, currently, so they drop because they still have another one semester. So they drop next semester and they took the next semester for FYP2. So there were very few cases whereby the students requested from department and from me as a FYP coordinator to change the supervisor. Okay, the student took FYP1 and there is gap one semester, but basically it is not recommended to do that. Once department register for you FYP2, supposedly you proceed the FYP2 following the semester. Okay, but yeah, there are few cases so that students have to take FYP2. So when you register FYP2 again after a gap of one semester, the department will register for you again under the same supervisor. But as I said, there were few cases students requested for change of supervisor due to certain reasons. So basically, I will ask the student to see whether the reasons are valid or not, and I discuss with the head of department. There were few cases that we allow change of supervisor due to valid reason. Okay, because importantly we want students to pass the subject. So basically there were few cases, but the thing is it is not recommended for you to change supervisor for FYP2 because you have been doing FYP1 with your supervisor. Your supervisor know your the progress of your FYP2, know where's the strength, where is the weakness, where to upgrade for FYP1, how to correct, how to edit, which part need amendments. So basically your supervisor know that. So that is why you are not recommended to change the supervisor. So the matter is, the first one, if you are now clear that you are not to change supervisor, but the department will reassign the same supervisor for FYP2. That is clear, right? Okay, another point regarding the topic. So for your FYP2, basically you will be writing the same topic of your FYP1. The same topic of your FYP1. But there were also very few cases whereby, especially the topics on empirical or field study, field research, okay? Whereby students want to do interview with some experts, but when the student contacted the expert, they cannot get the feedback from the interviewee. So the students somehow cannot get the data that they plan. So there were very rare cases whereby students finally have to or need to change the topic. Basically, I myself, as supervisor, I allow students to do that. I mean, not proceed with FYP1 topic, but proceed with the another topic that the student did in research methodology class. That happened to my case specifically, to my supervisor specifically. So instead of asking her to do FYP1 again, because for FYP1 she already got A, okay, result, and but the problem with FYP2, she did not manage to get the data from field research that she eager to do that, but because it is actually in reality it is not doable due to several factors. Okay, this happened for field research. Okay, so what I am trying to say to you is that in doing FYP research, not only FYP, any research, you have to know your capability, your skills, and then be realistic at the same time. Okay, be realistic. Not only idealistic. Okay, you can be idealistic that you want to achieve this and that. You want to do this and that, but the thing is, you have to be realistic that whether the topic that you want to do is really doable and researchable or not, and the topic that you want to do is really, I mean, the data you can get or not, because importantly is that getting the data, because research is about getting the data so that you can analyze the data and you will finally report the data. So if the limitation or delimitation or the challenging in getting the data, so it might hinder you from doing your research successfully. So basically, if you feel that while doing FYP2, you feel somehow that, the data almost, how to say, impossible to get. So you might change the topic that is you already done in your research methodology. But the thing is, please ensure that the topic that you choose or you want to study, not the topic that you have done with your group members in any courses. So it is unfair for you if you choose your topic, which the topic had already been researched, okay, in your group project, for example. So you take that topic as your from your group project to be a topic for your FYP research. It is unfair and it is not really ethical. When we talk about FYP, final year project, you have to be, to be amanah, to have an integrity, to have amanah ilmiah in yourself, that the topic must be, must be from your own self. It's not necessarily the topic from your own. The topic can be from your supervisor, but the thing you not get the topic which already done within your group projects in any subjects. Okay, please be amanah that in doing research, that research is your own research, not others' research, not to copy paste, not to get from others' work. So it is between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be amanah in doing this research. Maybe your supervisor do not know that the topic that you have chosen from your group projects, but the thing is, everything you do, remember that Allah knows, right? So for final year project, the topic, please make sure the topic you can choose from either your own interest, from your own interest, from your own understanding, from your own, your own research. Okay, and the topic also can be a suggestion from your lecturer. But the thing is, either it is from your own self or from your lecturer, make sure that the topic is solidly to you, or not shared or not have been done by others. From your group members in other subject. Basically, these were collection of frequently asked question from previous students for around 2-3 years back. I think Kusa can share or have been sharing this FAQ poster, and you can just easily read. But the thing is, sometimes FYP implementation might change accordingly, especially if next semester I will be in sabbatical leave. Inshallah, I still waiting confirmation actually at university level, but at kuliah level and department level, my sabbatical leave already approved. So I will not be teaching or supervising FYP. So in my case, not only my case, previously Associate Professor Dr. Nazra was in sabbatical leave, so her supervisee I distributed to other lecturer. So next semester, same case for me. So I have to distribute my supervisees into other lecturer section. So it's not only in my case or previously in Dr. Nazra case, but the thing is, for example, maybe some lecturers have to to move here and there, to resign, to retire, for example. So as the coordinator for FYP, I have to distribute the students into sections which are available sections. Okay, because we don't want one lecturer to have many students. This is to maintain a quality of supervision and a fair distribution among supervisor, so that we have a certain limit. Okay, another question recently asked by my colleague regarding FYP2 is that, for example, you are doing FYP2 this semester, and yes, in kuliah guideline that you are allowed to do FYP2 or to submit FYP2 the next 2 weeks of following semester. Okay, for example, I can see some of you will be doing FYP2 next next semester. So the following 2 weeks will be in semester 2. So you can submit within first week, for example, of semester 3, or maybe week 2 of semester 3, or maybe few days in semester 3. But the thing is, that is allowed by kuliah. But the thing is, it's up to your supervisor. Because I know that some of your supervisors strictly ask you to submit FYP2 within the semester, not exceed the semester. So that the supervisor or your supervisor can submit your result within the semester. Okay, for example, this semester FYP1, of course, you have to submit your FYP1 within the semester, and you will get the result within this following semester. After once Senate approval of the all marks and the result release, you will know your results. The submission must be within semester for FYP1, no delay, unless you may have for very valid cases like accidents. Okay, suddenly you got accident and you cannot do, so maybe you you need to inform your supervisor, so your supervisor will be dealing with the department and the kuliah, so that you maybe they can allow time for you to submit in the following weeks, and the result can be key in the system as incomplete. But the thing is, if you have no special case, you have to submit your FYP1 within the semester, because the lecturer, the supervisor will key in your marks same like other courses. Okay, same like other courses that you will be getting the result once result release. But for FYP2, there is exception that you can you are allowed by the kuliah to submit a latest by within 2 weeks of the following semester. So the result will be key in as incomplete, not in progress, because since March last year, the kuliah changed from in progress grade, okay, into I just stopped the slide, I think, because now I'm not really following the slide, but I talk to you whatever I remember. Okay, so no longer in progress grade, but change to incomplete grade. So here in the poster, I think Kusa shared to all of you. So this the poster before March 2023. You can see here grading for FYP1, no in progress grade, means you have to submit within the semester and you will get the grade once released. But for FYP2, before March 2023, the grade we allocated IP in progress grade. But starting from March last year onwards, for FYP2, we have to key in incomplete grade, okay, incomplete grade instead of in progress grade. So incomplete, if you are not able to submit your FYP2 within the semester, but you want to submit your FYP2 within the following 2 weeks of next semester. Okay, so regarding supervision, generally as in each and every session, or I already mentioned that based on the kuliah regulation here, based on the kuliah guideline, that you can have minimum 8 supervisory session. Okay, for FYP2 we have no classes. It's between not only FYP2. For FYP we have no classes. It's actually between you and your supervisor. So you have your right to have 8 meetings with your supervisor, synchronously or face to face. But the rest is you can communicate with your supervisor via WhatsApp or via email or via any channel that your supervisor are comfortable with. But the thing is, you have your right to have 8 supervisory sessions with your supervisor for FYP1 and for FYP2. Okay. Other than that, what else important? I believe the most important thing in doing research is that you have to know how to use a research tool to get your data, especially for library research and for field research, for library research. It's very important for you to to search and scholarly from scholarly database, from scholarly websites. And I have shared a long time ago this research tool template as sample for all of you. But I believe you also learn from business methodology classes either with Brother Haikal or Dr. Saini. So you may get more information as well from your own supervisor. Okay. So basically, as I said, you have autonomy to choose your topic of your own interest, okay, and as well as the department also can consider modes of choosing FYP topics. For example, there is a suggestion that the department give a topic for students based on lecturers research projects. But the thing is whether the topics from your own or from your lecturer, please make sure that because only you know your best yourself, okay, whether you are capable to do research on the topic given by others to you or not. So you have to know yourself whether you have capability or not, because in doing research, among important things is having interest, ability, capability, okay, to do the topic which is given to you. So basically, other important things is that FYP as your graduation requirement, and basically based on the kuliah learning outcome, that is you have to come out with new or novel piece of work. And for this course, as mentioned here in kuliah guideline, it is decided to be empirical or analytical and not merely conceptual in nature. But this is kuliah guideline, okay, general guideline. But somehow it's depend to supervisor. Somehow some supervisors allow you to have conceptual research. Okay, it's depend on your supervisor, okay. And basically FYP is equivalent to undergraduate thesis nomenclature lah. Okay. So basically 100% for your research proposal for FYP1 and 100% for your whole or final thesis as your final report for FYP2. And these items are FYP1 research proposal scoring rubric, and these items are FYP2 rubrics scoring for marking for your lecturers to mark your words. But the words are 100%, so I do not know whether some lecturers or some supervisor really following the rubrics or not. But the thing is, because you have to follow the guidelines by the department, follow the guidelines by the kuliah, and but finally it is between you and your supervisor, because all of your supervisor already know the course outline. As the connector also, I have been sharing the course outline, the course protocol, as well as the kuliah guideline. Okay. And another thing is that for FYP1 and FYP2, as you can see the rubrics as well, basically, I believe because FYP guideline by the kuliah mainly provided by or prepared by somehow lecturers from human sciences. So basically, you can see the pattern is mainly aligned with the patterns for human sciences studies. Okay. So, you know, human sciences studies, if you minor like me, I was minoring in psychology. So we have many, research that following empirical evidences that we have to learn about observation, learn to do SPSS, that is statistical analysis quantitatively, and then we learn also about experiment, pre-test, post-test, that is in theory. Okay, but the thing is, the guideline basically from what my reading is, I do believe that the basically as a whole, as a general, the guideline more aligned to human sciences research style. So basically, talking about style, as a supervisor under my supervision, I allow for students to follow the department style or kuliah style. But basically, I always suggest students who do field research to follow kuliah style better. For library research only, also I give freedoms for students, but basically it's depend on topic to follow the department template of style for FYP1 as well as for FYP2. This is in terms of style or format or chapterization. Okay, so the discussion is between you and your supervisor. Okay. I think that's all important thing, because I want to listen more from you, because I believe majority of you already know the guidelines, but maybe you want to know things that I do not mention in this briefing or in the posters that already shared or spread by KUSA to all students. Okay, so I open for Q&A session. Any question? Okay, some other thing is that if you wish to write in Arabic, for example, but it happen you register with lecturers who only supervise or teaching in English, like Dr. Adli, also happened last time because students actually want to write in Arabic, but Dr. Adli, the language of Dr. Adli in teaching and supervising is only English. So he asked me, and then we have to change the student to in that case, we have to change the student for to another lecturer. I mean, change of supervisor, or the student, if would like to remain with Dr. Adli, then the student have to change the language into English. Okay, so far everything is clear or not? Or do you have any question? No question? Because actually in the tentative, Samuel asked for 1 hour session only, right? 2:30, 3:30, but just me ask the Samuel to, provide the link up to 4 o'clock. So we still have time from to go to 3:30. Anything that you still have no clear points or everything, or anything that you would like to ask? If you have any problem with your supervisor, you can always ask the department, head of department or FYP coordinator, okay? If you have problem with your supervisor, like your supervisor missing in action, you cannot get feedback from your supervisor. Okay, but please give time for your supervisor to give you feedback. Not like you submit your work today and you want to know your feedback tomorrow. Okay, not necessarily you can get that, because you have to know that lecturers also busy with many things academically beside personally, so you have to give time, but I think not more than 1 month lah. Okay, maybe you can get feedback within 2 weeks to 3 weeks. It depends on your supervisor, but the thing is, if your supervisor missing in action at all, you can, I mean, because I already mentioned to you that you have right to get 8 supervisory sessions, whether synchronous, online, or whether mixed with face-to-face. There must be face-to-face supervision. Okay. Okay. Everything is clear and you want to stop the session now? Or you have any question? Yes, Adlan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Doctor, I have a question regarding is it possible for student in second year, first semester or second year, second semester to register in FYP 1 for next semester? Because, for instance, the direct intake students who have many we call as credit transmission, so they want to add or register in FYP 1. Is it possible for them to do so?
Personally, I do not encourage to do so. But the thing is, maybe you can check with the department, because this is regarding administrative system. So because in the system, maybe, I mean, you have already enough credit hours, so on and so forth. But the thing is, as I can see, basically the FYP2, FYP1 is for third year student. It's just nice if you do the research when you or register FYP1 when you are third year student second semester. Okay, third year student second semester, or fourth year student first semester. But I personally do not encourage students, third year student first semester or second year student. Because why? We have to be realistic. I mean, in doing research, you have to learn courses first. I mean, so that you can get many knowledge, many ideas uh, how to do data analysis, so on and so forth. Because actually, somehow to some students, FYP quite challenging, because reading a lot and writing, academic writing. But the thing is, you may check with the department, maybe in the system, in terms of credit hour, is already reach to minimum requirement. But the thing is, as connector, I personally do not encourage students to do FYP unless they are in third year semester. Especially, you are highly encouraged to do or to begin with when you are in third year second semester. Okay, Adlan?
Alright, clear. Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. Any other question? We have 8 minutes more. No, we start quite a bit late, right? Around 3:35 or 3:40. No other question? Okay, so basically, online briefing like this session, I normally share general guideline. But there will be, because our head department always have interest in physical meeting. So that is why we have normally each and every semester, in the beginning of semester, not only briefing for new intake student regarding FYP, that their batch now, I mean for 2000 2 to 1 study plan, Adlan, isn't your study plan is 2 to 1 study plan?
Yes, Doctor, 2 to 1.
Yeah, 2 to 1 no longer compulsory. It is an optional between FYP and between internship. But also normally we do have a meeting between supervisor and students each and every semester. For FYP1 as HOD like to have a physical session, and I normally have one slot with any speaker that talk about research in particular that you have last semester with Dr. Khairul Husaini. I mean all about research in particular, okay? So basically, maybe inshallah you'll be having another session as well, a physical session too, when semester coming. But the thing is, this general briefing is that I want students, you, to be ready with your research topic before semester start. Before semester start, and please make your own outline based on what you have learned from research methodology class. I do not know whether with Dr. Khairul Sani or Brother Haikal. Some of you already took research methodology with me and you are now doing FYP 2. Some of you I can see here. So please, okay, registered student of FYP 1 next semester, please provide your own outline, okay? If you have no idea, you may contact your supervisor, discuss with your supervisor in advance, okay? Or maybe you already have your own idea, your own interest, so put in writing. Okay, maybe you have more than one interest, so you can put, okay, I have this interest on topic 1 until topic 3. So it's happened to me. A few semesters, students have many interests, more than one topic, more than one interest. So student put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the student asked me which one is, I mean, the best for the student to choose for research. So I will suggest based on, you know, that the student can contribute something new. Contribution of novelty contribution or something new is doesn't mean 100% new, okay? The novelty here is, has its own percentage. But the thing is, as long as you have new contribution, maybe 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, up to 90% or 100%, or even 100%. Okay, as long as you add the contribution to the body of knowledge. So basically, the lecturer or your supervisor will suggest you accordingly. But the most important thing is that you list the topic that suit your interest, whether in the Quran or in Hadith or both in Quran and Hadith. Okay, I like to do research on this issue, this topic. So you list the topic, and then it's better for you to put in an outline. I mean, like Malaysia sediakan payung sebelum hujan. What is called in English, I do not remember. What do we say in English? But the thing is, okay, please be prepared before semester begin. Once semester begin, and once you have the first meeting with your supervisor physically, whether in the session, okay, or whether in any setting, so you have your outline and you show the outline to your supervisor for the feedback. Discuss with your supervisor. I do not know yet when will be physical session next semester, whether it can be the first week or the second week, okay? Because I think next semester normally semester two not really busy, because semester 2 new intake not as much as the first semester intake. So and it's depend also on new FYP coordinator who will be replacing me. in case I am confirmed to be in sabbatical leave. So in this briefing, immediately, either by today or by tomorrow, another day, that try your best to outline your FYP1 research. I know you are in holiday mode, but the thing is, you know, as a seeker of knowledge, we don't have much time to always be on holiday, right? You can see how our scholars dedicated themselves to ilm, to knowledge, sacrifice. So yes, we can have that holiday, pause, get healing here and there. But the thing is, please proceed with dedication to ilmu and dedication to academics. So for FYP 1 students, please do your best by preparing the outline so that you can you will not waste your time and waste your weeks of study next semester. So you will be having less stress, when you already prepared slowly compared to preparing yourself within limited time. It will give you higher level of stress. Am I right? Okay. For FYP2 students, like Sulaiman, Chaudhry, who else? Hanani Sophia. Okay. So once you get a result, not necessarily once you get a result, but the thing is, you can always check your FYP1 and proceed with reading. Okay, proceed with reading. Because for FYP2, once you finish your FYP1 and you want to proceed with FYP2, now FYP2 is considered as full research or the real research. Because in FYP1, it is as real research, but the thing is your reading still limited. But now for doing FYP2, you have to increase your reading, and you have to increase get data. So your reading will be more, and you will dig more, and you will understand more, you will analyze more. So somehow you feel like your FYP1 have to amend either minor amendment or major amendment. I always allow my student to amend. I always said to my student, okay, even research question, research objective, problem statement, everything can be amended when you do FYP2, because now in FYP2 you are doing the real research. Okay, so it's not necessarily that you will be following 100% from your FYP2. There can be 100% the same. I mean, in terms of planning, in terms of research question, problem statement, it can be 100%. But normally, it will be adjusted and reduced into percentage that you can see FYP2 is not necessarily no longer now 100% following the plan that you met in FYP1. Is that clear or not?
Yes, clear. Ustaza, I have two questions.
Yeah.
I did my literature review, but I'm still a bit unsure. Is it okay if you can tell us like the main characteristics we should have in literature review? And the second question is, I'm a bit confused about difference between problem statement and significance of study.
You are doing research material FYP with Dr. Osmani?
Yeah, yes.
How when you already submitted your FYP1?
Already submitted already.
Okay. The second question, different between problem statement and significance of research, right?
Yes.
Significant basically, significance of study basically is the implication of your work, the implication of your research. The implication here, whether theoretically or practically. Theoretically, I mean the contribution for, or the implication for the body of knowledge. Okay, so I mean significant. Why your words is very why is your word is important? Why your words is significant? Significant that has implication to the body of knowledge. Okay, what is your topic again, Sulaiman? The title of your
Uh,
FYP1?
my topic title is Asadi's tafsir methodology in his own words with reference to Surah Al-Baqarah.
I do not listen carefully. Because a noise, very high noise here, and I do not listen to your noise. I mean, your noise quite far from my audio. Methodology of tafsir of who?
Asadi. Abdurrahman
Asadi.
Asadi.
Okay. In particular, surah
Al-Baqarah.
Al-Baqarah. So, okay, let us take this as a case study for you to understand the difference between problem statement and significance of study. So, based on your research that you have written now, what is your problem statement? I want to and you have submitted or not yet?
Submitted already.
Okay. So I want to know how you, what do you write in your problem statement and in your significance of study, so that I can analyze whether it is correct or not. And from there, I will explain the difference, whether it is aligned or not, or I mean clear or not, the difference between problem statement and significant. Okay.
Uh,
Basically, why do you do that study for, I mean, for problem statement?
okay. So
For
I
problem
wrote
statement, for problem statement, normally we may ask why this research is needed, or why this research is important. But for significant, we may ask what is the significance or implication of this research, or how this research have implication to the body of knowledge, theoretically and practically. So you can differentiate, right, the question here between why and how, or what, for significant and problem. So regarding your topic, the method of Sa'di in Surah Baqarah. So what's the problem that you want to study there?
the problem, how he does his methodology in tafsir, because it's not really tafsir bil ma'sur or tafsir bil right. So to see how is it, what kind of, how we can categorize it really. So we mentioned that minimal cross references to Quran and Hadith, but still has some, it's still in line with the Sahih text, does not use tafsir bil ishara, but is still appealing to the heart. So that was the thing in the problem statement. In the significance of study, I mentioned its novelty is because it is one of the few studies on the subject, despite the popularity of the tafsir
Mm-hmm.
in Saudi, Pakistan, and Western Muslim communities. There is almost no discourse on Asadi in English. There is no, and then we moved to the research objectives, which were, one of them was to provide biography of Saadi, which does not exist in English, really any academic study. Then there will be the first to translate his introduction to his tafsir, some parts of the introduction. This hasn't been done in English. And last one, no real study on his views on tafsir of Baqarah in English. So mainly it's because there is nothing in English on the subject.
Or mainly because English in English, okay. Is there any study that have been done? Okay, I want you to explore more other than English. Yes, because many discourse either in tafsir or in hadith, many discourse are written in Arabic and somehow very few in some topics in English. So that can be significant. Yeah, that point is true, Sulaiman. I mean, both of the points for problem statement and for significant is basically true. But the thing is, I want you to explore more beside for significant beside English point. Why do you choose Surah Al-Baqarah only? And is there any study have been done for Sa'di methodology as a whole or specific surah? And why do you choose Al-Baqarah?
Okay. I'll try to write that.
Are you answering, Sulaiman? I'm not listening.
Yes, I said I will try to incorporate that in the.
Okay, your FYP too. But basically, I noticed that somehow the problematization or problem statement and significant is correct. For me, is correct. Okay.
Okay.
Am I answering your question regarding problem statement and significant?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, for the first question again.
The first question was what are the characteristics we should include in literature review? For example, we are looking at 10 literatures. So what should we write about each of the literatures?
Okay, first of all, actually, I always encourage students not to do one by one literature review.
Okay.
But it depends on your capability as well as your interest. Because that is why I always mention about the practice at our department and other practice. I mean, ada practice here, kuliah level, university and global. Okay, for our department, as you can see, many literature review writing style at our department still with the annotation style. I mean, one by one literature. Okay, one by one topic. Okay, either in Arabic majority, but even in English, still many one by one literature. But I personally prefer student to not follow this style, but I still allow, as I said, because that the department practice, so I still allow. And but the thing is, it is good for you to try to do literature review, not following one by one literature or one by one topic, but it's better for you to do the whole thesis, the whole synthesis. The whole synthesis is normal essay, which you can divide into subtopic. Okay, that is normal essay that you can divide into subtopic related to your research question and research objective. You get me, Sulaiman and others? You get me or not?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. From literature, maybe some of your supervisor ask you to search for the most relevant 10 literature related to your topics. But remember, some lecturers, but this case not happen to our department. I learned from other department. The lecturer asked students to compile or to do literature review from 30 titles. Can you imagine? 30 titles. So meaning to say, of course, that literature review, not one by one I don't think one by one literature writing style. Okay, so meaning to say by 30 titles or by 30 literature review, it's more to synthesis the input from the literature review that you can be doing how put in the table, and you can see the similarity and the dissimilarity between the literature, especially in terms of its natijah albas the data finding, the result of the research. Okay, and relate to your research question and research study. That is how you can do a literature review, not one by one writing style, but instead normal essay that you distribute into subtopic, which each and every subtopic related to your research question and research objective. Okay, the characteristics that you have to highlight the novelty of your research. Okay, for one by one writing style. For example, the first study is what? Okay, so you have to explain or describe to the reader what is not only what you benefit from, but you have to relate that literature review to your research question and research objective and highlight from there the novelty. Then another term is that the gap in Arabic is al-fajwah al-almiyah. Okay, between your current study and between that literature. That's the most important characteristics. Is that clear, Sulaiman?
Yes, Ustazah. Yeah.
Another thing is that, relate your literature review with the problem statement, significance of your study, as well as your research question and research objective. That finally you want to stress your novelty or new contribution of your study. Okay, am I answering you? My answer answered your question, Sulaiman?
Yes, Doctor. Much more clear now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, any other question? If no other questions, so I can pass the session back to Fatin, Sister Fatin.
Okay, yes, Doctor. So, the Q&A session ended, and also at the YouTube live also doesn't have any question. So, dear brothers and sisters, now we are almost at the end of the program. However, this program will not be complete without taking pictures as memories. So, therefore, I will pass the floor to Sister Haja to handle the photography session.
Okay, so I'm really sorry because my camera is not working. You know, either I click camera off or camera on, the it's working similar, it off.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome, thank you very much.
Okay, everyone, please prepare yourself in 50 seconds and open the camera when you're ready.
Okay, thank you very much to the organizer, especially Brother Samuel and Sister Fatih and all of you who are attending here. I do not know, here in Google Meet we can see less than 30. I do not know in YouTube we have how many from the beginning of the session.
I'm not sure, Doctor, sebab right now the YouTube just the committee left.
Oh, okay, never mind because the session already ended. Okay. Thank you very much again, and sorry for every